Hey. Neo did his things on here. I don't wanna. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Let's talk about it with my Linda. I apologize, I had some technical difficulties. Y'all know me. But I'm glad y'all here. Go ahead, if y'all are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for me. Hey. I don't want nobody else. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in to Rise High Radio. Let's talk about it with your girl, my Linda. And once again, I do apologize for coming in 20 minutes late. Y'all know I have it. Pray for your girl. Y'all know me. But y'all see what the topic says, how to be rich. Now, I was talking to one of my coworkers in regards to my topic, and I said, what should I talk about? And he says, how to get rich. Instantly, both our minds actually went to a rich mind state. So how to have a rich mind state. So the first thing, in order for us to have a rich mind state, we got to understand what rich is. Like, we use that word rich all the time, right? But what is rich? What is rich? Once again, if you are listening to this right now, go ahead and hit that share button for your girl, so everybody can get this information on how to be rich in your mind state. Go ahead and hit that share button for me if you are listening to this. And if you aren't listening to this and you listen to it later, hit the share button later too, right? So when we talk about, so what is it, what does rich mean? What does rich mean? I mean, we all have our definitions: having money, not worrying about nothing, not worrying about anything as far as like any type of assets or anything, just being well off, being able to buy whatever you want to. That's being rich. So when we think of those terms, being well off, being able to buy whatever you want to, not having to worry about anything, not having any negative thoughts, because everything is already taken care of because you're rich, right? So if anybody is listening to this, go ahead and tell me what you think rich is in the comment section. What is rich to you? What is rich? What do you believe rich is? We use it all the time. Just real quick. He was getting freaky on this. I don't want to be loved. I just want a quickie. So, right here, it says to be To me, rich is what you take it as. So rich is actually what you think it is. Um, that's a good indentation of what rich is. What do you believe? So the definition of rich is having a great deal of, that's supposed to be of money or assets, plentiful and abundance. So that's what rich is, having a great deal of money or assets, plentiful, abundance. Hey Queen, thank you. Thank you. I'm not financially rich, but in spirit. And that's what we're kind of talking about right now. So, once again, I'm gonna bring up that definition. Queen, if you are listening, go ahead and hit that share button for me. Um, but Queen, rich is having a great deal of money or assets, being plentiful and being abundant. So when I think about having a great deal of money, yeah, okay, assets, the things that you own, right? The things that belong to you, plentiful and abundance. When I think about abundance, like we just spoke about it, having not to worry about anything because we have an abundance of money, abundance of things. We don't have to worry about anything. So when I talk about rich, I'm talking about having a rich mind state, having an abundance mind state, right? So when we think about having an abundance mind state, we are rich in our thinking, right? We are rich in ourselves. We feel rich. And when you feel rich, what's that? You feel like you could conquer the world. You feel good. You feel happy. You feel complete. So not only should people pursue being rich financially, but they also should pursue being rich emotionally and mentally. Mentally, not emotionally, mentally being rich. So that is the topic of discussion, being rich in your mind state, having abundance mind state, because that's what rich means. Having so like I said, being abundance or having abundance or plentiful mean you don't worry about anything. You don't worry about it. So when you have a abundant mind state, the first thing that you are kind of doing is you are focusing on the limitless opportunities. So there's no limit for you. People that have an abundant mind state or a rich mind state, there's no limit for them. They like, what? Credit? I don't care what my credit say, because I got this. That's having an abundant mind state, a rich mind state. Um, they stay focused on what needs to be done. So they don't allow anything to take them off of focus, right? They also are grateful and creative in their abundant or rich mind state, because they're looking at creative ways to become more abundant in their mind or more rich in their thinking. They feel happier. When you are abundant, you feel happier and you reach higher levels that nobody can even touch because you have that rich mind state, that abundant mind state. So when we think of rich financially, a poor person or a person that doesn't have any money can't go the places that a rich person can. And that's the same thing with the mind state. If you have a poor mind state, um you can't go the same way that a rich person can with a rich mind state or abundant mind state. You can't do it. Same type of aspect, same thing. So I'm going to give you guys 10 things on how to create this mind state, right? How to create this rich mind state, this abundant mind state. And the first thing you have to recognize that the power of your thoughts. Recognize the power of your thoughts. Your thoughts are powerful, powerful. I have someone that's going to put together a steps in your thought process, and I can't wait till he gets done with that. That's going to be awesome. But your thoughts are powerful. You don't understand how much your thoughts can change your actions just like that. So When you recognize how powerful your thoughts is, you start to really critique what you think. You don't allow certain things into your mindset, and with that being said, you don't allow certain things to enter into these ears, to go into your mindset, right? You shift your thoughts, you kind of shift the thinking. So when you are being like having that negative aspect, you're like, nope, not doing this, not today, not today. So you kind of shift that thought because you want to have rich thinking. You want to understand how powerful your thoughts are, right? So the next one is that um you need to practice being having gratitude, being thankful where you are at this moment, being mindful of what or where you are at this moment. It's very important for you to appreciate the small things. Very important. Don't get so thrown off that you like, I know people to be like, I wish I could do this, I wish. Well, be thankful that you are where you are right now, and then move forward. That's part of having an abundance or a rich mind state. Being grateful, having gratitude for where you are, having gratitude for the people that's around you, um, having gratitude for your job, having gratitude for your kids. It's so many different things that we can gratify and have gratification of. We really need to think about that. So practice being grateful, period. Practice. I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. I'm grateful that I was able to cook what I wanted to cook, because it could have been something that I didn't want and I had to eat it because I didn't have no food. So really think about being grateful. Be grateful even if you don't have a car. Be grateful that you can walk, because there's some people that don't got a car and can't walk, right? So practicing that gratification gets you a rich and abundant mind state. Okay. The third thing is believing that the sky is the limit. And I'm going to um, rephrase this, and believing the sky is not the limit, right? Believing that there are endless opportunities for you to grow. So the old people used to say, if there's a will, there's a way. And that is perfect for this third one. If there is a will, then there's a way. And if there isn't a will, then we're gonna make a way, right? So practicing or being or believing that you have the sky is the limit, or the sky is limitless. That's how you create a abundance mind state, a rich mind state. Okay. And it's the same thing with when I talk about rich, I'm talking about a rich or abundant mind state. And this could be financial too. So believing that the sky is the limit financially. When you believe the sky is the limit, you don't care how much stuff costs. You be like, yep, I want to take a trip to England if I'm rich. Oh, I want to take a trip here. So that's how you believe in your mind too, that you can do it no matter what. Just like people that's financially wealthy or financially rich, they believe that they can do anything. Same thing with a rich mind state, right? The next one is cultivating and sharing your passion. So sharing the things that you want to accomplish. And that's when you have that solid network of people that do push you to move forward or do push you to be successful. Same thing with being financially rich. You got to have those people around you that's not trying to rob you from your finances and not trying to rob you from your rich mind state. You got to have that positive connection or collaboration with people in order for you to keep that rich mind state and also to keep that rich financially. You got to have those people around you. Developing and mastering experience. So to have or to keep that rich mind state of um, of having that abundance or rich mind state, once again, you really need to understand how people did it. So that goes along with the financial being rich. I want to know, how did you become rich? So I'm reading books, I'm going to seminars, I'm asking people, how did they open up their business, or how did they start a business. I'm very intrigued about how they became rich financially. So if you want a rich mind state, you have to really get out there and ask the gurus about, how did you become so rich in your thinking? How did you become so rich in yourself? How did you have that abundance of thoughts and opportunities? How did you get there? Same concept. Same concept. So Chris says, is rich and wealthy the same thing? And rich and wealthy is the same thing. So wealth, okay? Wealth is what? Um, Wealth is actually being secure in what you have. So you're wealthy. It's secure. It's in the bag. It's packaged. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. So if you are rich, then you are rich in your thinking. You are wealthy in your thinking. You have a confidence in your thinking. So I would declare, Chris, that rich and wealthy are the same thing. Yep. Um, Thanks for that question. The next one is, choose your words wisely. Now, I know you guys hear people say, watch what comes out of your mouth. And that is absolutely right. Because if you speak in negativity, 9 times out of 10, it's going to have a negative outcome. But if you speak in positive and believing that it's positive and believing that you're going to do it, our mind is the most powerful thing in our body. Our mind can dictate so many things. It can even dictate our health. It can dictate the way we feel when we talk about our mind. So having a rich mind state dictates everything that goes through your body. When you have a positive thought, it sends six signals to your body, and that causes you to smile. So when you think a positive thing, a channel or a signal goes to your mouth signal and you smile, right? So our mind, our thoughts are really powerful, and you have to understand, so is our words. So when we speak out things, we think things, and then that's when it happens. So if you're speaking out negativity, then you're going to think of negativity, and then that's the way you're going to feel. It all works within itself. Choose, excuse me. Yes, Chris says, choose your words. One of the keys to your wealth. Absolutely. Choose your words. Understand what you're speaking out of your mouth is going to play a huge part in your thought process. And your thought process plays a huge factor in the way you're feeling and the actions that you will take. Um, so that is very important. Choose your words. Choose your words. The seventh thing is, build beyond the growth mind state. So I'm not just doing it just to grow. I'm doing it to be wealthy. I'm doing it to be secure in my richness or in my abundance. I have to be secure in it, because if I'm not secure, then it can launch off anytime. I can lose it. And then there I go with a negative mind state, and everything goes down. Everything goes down. So beyond the growth, so I'm doing it for growth, but I'm also doing this for wealth. Wealth, once again, like I said, is securing that bag, so to speak. So when I think of securing the bag, I'm securing my mind state. I'm securing the words, I'm securing the knowledge, and I'm making sure I don't lose this. Because when you lose it, then of course those negative thoughts creep up, and then there you go. You're down in a spiral effect. Chris says, shape your world by your words. I like that. Shape your world by your words. I like that. I really like that. I need that. I'm gonna take that, Chris. I'm gonna steal that. So I'm just letting you know right now, I'm gonna be stealing that. Shape your world by your words. Period. Period, Pooh. Shape your world by your words. So the things that you speak out, the things that you say you're going to do, is shaping your world. And it gives you a sense of purpose. And it also allows you to be grateful where you are and where you're going. I like that, Chris. Thank you. Think like a beginner. So when you think like a beginner, you're always thinking of new and creative things to move forward, right? So rich, wealthy. When you think like you ain't got no money, that's how people say. People say, I'm going to always act like I'm broke. And that's the same thing with having a rich mindset or abundance mindset. I'm going to always think like I don't have all that I need. So I'm going to continue to grow, or I'm going to continue to learn how to be secure in my rich mind state or my abundance mind state. Like I said, same thing for wealth. When you think about, same thing for financial. When you think about being rich financially, you think I'm always going to think like a beginner, because I'm always trying to come up with new activities or new things that can make me more rich. Same thing with your mind state. So notice the good things. Notice the good in everything. So come up with a scenario where, it may have been all bad, but you need to practice how to find the good in stuff, because we know in our society, everything is not all peaches and cream. So we have to find the good in something. We have to, or we're going to lose our mind. And we don't want to lose that rich, abundant mind that we've been practicing so hard on. We don't want to do that. So notice the good in stuff. Even when you don't have what you think you need, notice what you do have and find the good in it. Even though, you may have lost something, understand you need to find the good in that loss. Okay? Chris says, whether we agree or not, we spoke our future. Hey, cuz, how are you? Jatavia, go ahead and hit that share button for me. We are talking about how to be rich in your mind state. I'm also adding in keys on how to be rich in your financial. So they work in the same way. The same way. If you use both these elements for being rich financially and being rich in your mind thinking, boy, I tell you, you're going to be a bad one. You're going to be a bad one. I'm trying to tell you. And the last one is, which I didn't write. I don't know why I didn't do that. That's so weird. The last one is daily affirmations of abundance. So when you talk about daily affirmations of your abundancy, of your rich thinking, you're always thinking positive, right? You're always surrounding yourself around positive people. You're always reading things that make a positive thought come. You are eliminating factors, people, places that cause negative thinking. You are eliminating them. Every 90 days, I need you to eliminate what's not good for you. 3 things that are not good for you, if you have that many. And then I want you to add 3 things that you like to do that makes you happier. You will find that you will be more rich in your thinking, more rich in your abundance. Same thing with financial being rich. When you're talking about a business plan, you want to find the things that are not helping that business or not helping you to grow or be more rich. You want to eliminate them, and you want to add on things that actually is growing that business. Same thing with your mind state. You want to decrease what's kind of not helping you to prosper, and you want to increase what is going to do good for the business. Same thing with the mind state. Okay. It is very important to understand, please, if you don't hear nothing else on this podcast, if you don't hear nothing else from me, it is very important for you to understand that your thoughts and your speaking is very powerful. Very powerful. The thoughts control your whole body. It controls the way you feel. It controls the way you interact or the actions that you do. Understand that your thoughts and your speech is very important. So when you start to channel into your thoughts and the way you speak, you'll find also that you have abundance or a rich mind state. Same thing financially. When you think of things that are creative and things that can have you to increase your money or your assets, that's going to bring in richness, right? Financially. When you speak things or learn how to speak to people or talk to the people that you need to connect with, that also increases your financial. So the things that I spoke to you about are both for a rich and abundance mind state and also financial mind state. So what we see up here is the definition of rich: having a great deal of money or assets, plentiful or abundance. Abundance thinking is always going to turn out to be positive, and it's going to secure what needs to be secure and eliminate what needs to go, period. So that's all I have for you guys on today. I just really, when I thought about this and I thought about the mind state, and then I recognized that they both interact with each other, you can do some things. So when you are rich in your thinking and rich in your financial, like I said, you powerful. You are absolutely powerful. Chris says, what we speak today is our tomorrow, or what we speak today is our today too. Be mindful of what you say and the things that you say, because that's going to, like I said, strongly influence the way you act or react or interact with other people and with yourself. I just thought, I would bring these 10 things that will kind of help you become rich in your thinking, and also maybe increase some of your cash money. So I hope that this information that I brought to you was very useful. What I want you guys to do is start really setting some goals for yourself. And I always say this, and it don't even have to be, make it little goals. You don't have to have big goals. People think that I want to own my business, and that's a big goal. That's a big goal. What are you going to do to take those little steps? You got to take little steps first. You can't just be like, oh, I'm just about to go buy a building for $100,000 that I don't have. So you really have to take those small steps. Create an abundant life for yourself. And the things that I just gave you is a way to create an abundant life. Abundance, once again, is rich, right? Having a rich mind state, richful thinking. When you speak about being rich, I need you to really understand your strengths. So if you understand your strengths, then you can mastermind some things. You can do some things when you understand your strengths, because you build on them strengths. And then your weaknesses, of course, always they try to hinder you. They're not going to hinder you unless you let them. But when you build on your strengths and when you emphasize on your strengths, so a strength may be that I am a very good speaker. So with with my strength being a very good speaker and a communicator, maybe I'll start doing things that allow me to practice that a little bit more. So volunteering for things to do, like speaking to kids or doing a podcast or doing the thing or a speech for family functions, like saying I want to do a speech and speaking in front of your family. So that's practicing, that's exercising your strengths, which is building onto your growth, which is also securing that bag of being financially and mentally rich. Okay. So that's all I really have for you guys on tonight. And I'm glad y'all came. And I'm glad y'all bear with me because y'all know I'll be late. Right? What in the hell? What kind of spell did you put over me? Controlling me. What in the hell? I like this. This is John Legend and Janae. They got actually 2 songs together. One on his album and one on hers. Hot. I love them both. I do. So I appreciate you guys for coming and sharing your night with me on Saturday. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thanks for tuning in to Rise High Radio with your girl, Melinda. I try to bring you all the information that is useful for you, because nobody needs unuseful information, right? Nobody wants that mess. So once again, I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead and hit that share button for me. If you are listening to this, go ahead and hit that share button for me. I really appreciate it. So once again, this is my Linda with Let's Talk About It, Rise High Radio, every Saturday at 10:30. So y'all make sure y'all are there next Saturday. Love y'all.